Hello again, YMCA Fit Family. I have got another great workout for you today to complement the workout I provided for you a week ago. So today we've got a lower body blast circuit for you. And this circuit is really versatile. So what I'm going to do for you today is we're going to go through the first round and then the second round. And then on your own, you can repeat as many times as you want the 2 cycles. So you could do this maybe up to 3 times for about a 45-minute workout, or you can just do it once if you want something quick and easy breezy. So a few things you're going to need before we get started. I've got my adjustable bench, but a stair could work just as well, or if you have a stability ball, we'll be able to modify the exercises to work on a stability ball. If you have neither of these items around the house or wherever you're happy to be exercising, don't worry, everything can also be done on the floor. That's how versatile we are. Additionally, because we're working our lower body, depending on whether you're working towards strength gains, just trying to maintain the muscle definition that you have, or just get yourself moving again, choose weights that are going to stimulate your muscles in a 1-minute time slot. So we're going to work for 1 minute on each of these body parts, on each of the exercises. All right? So I've got for myself a set of 10-pound dumbbells and a set of 5-pound dumbbells. However, you can work with any amount or just body weight. So the world is your limit. You can pick what you like. And additionally, as we go through the circuits, you can change how much you use. So the first time through, you might be heavier. The second time through, a little lighter. And then the third time through, the lightest yet. Or you can even change apparatus. So right now we're going to be working with dumbbells, but some of these exercises work really well with bands and tubing. So you could use those. Or kettlebells. So again, whatever you happen to be working with is completely adaptable to how you want to get these exercises done. All right, so shall we start? Fantastic. So I'm going to get my music going. You can help yourself to a quick drink of water. Make sure your space is clear because that's always important. We want to make sure the space around us is clear from any tripping hazards, especially pets, children, small toys, things that you wouldn't necessarily expect to find underfoot. Be sure your furniture and other things are off to the side and you have enough room to move. Fantastic. We are ready to rock and roll. Pulling up some tunes for us. We'll get our warm-up going here. Lovely. So let's just start real simple. Marching. Let's have a quick peek at our posture. We always want our posture to be spot on. Extending the spine. Pulling gently in on our core muscles. We're getting a strong march. Now you could choose maybe to have your warm-up be some skipping, a couple laps around your neighborhood, or if you happen to be working out in the Y, a few laps around the track. The objective is to get the heart rate going. 2 more. What we'll do for now for our warm-up is introduce the movement. So let's move it to a squat. The squat is a basic movement for our lower body muscles, including our quads, glutes, hamstrings, and we're hinging at 3 different points, our ankles, knees, and hips. However, the spine stays long and engaged. 2 more. Fantastic. We're going to move this into a lateral squat. Step to your right and to your left. Great. Now, I don't know about you, but working lower body is one of my favorite. Now, 1 more. Let's move it to a lateral lunge and we will stay over to the right side. You're welcome to add more from your upper body, even though we're not going to be specifically recruiting a lot of muscles from the upper body. We still want to be comfortable in our motion there. And 2 more, hitting that inner thigh here. Let's switch other side. Over you go. Give me a smile now. Yes. If you find it easier, use your arms. It'll help you with balance. Shoulders are back. 4 more. 3. Coming into center. Folding forward, hip hinge. All right, bracing through your core, stretching out your derriere, and lengthening your hamstrings. Hands are on your thighs if you wish. Okay, now let's pick up one leg, doesn't matter which. And we're going to keep your hips parallel to the floor. If you need support, a chair or the wall will do the trick. So really focusing on balance. If it helps, find a spot on the floor and keep your gaze there. One more. I'm going a little deeper here. That's it. All right, back to squat. Now what I'm going to have us try is a modified pistol squat. These are tough. 2 more. So we're going to take 1 foot forward, holding the heel on the ground for right now. So we're getting a big stretch in your hamstring. We're also testing out your knee. See how it feels. Last 2. Now see if you can hold that foot up. We're going to go slower. 1, 2, up. Absolutely. Walls, a chair, all helpful. We got 1 more. Good. Let's do the other side. Heels on the floor. Shoulders are pulled back. Awesome. So these are all the exercises in our first round. All the exercises in our second round will be from the floor. They're what I like to call finishing moves. So these are big muscle groups here. Very involved. The heart rate's going to come up high. And when we do the finishing moves, they're smaller muscles. Not smaller muscles, but we're just isolating. There we go. 1 more. Down. You got it. Woo! And side to side. Just a wee tap, will you? Good. 2 more. Okay, friends. March. If you need any extra movement through your lower body, please take it now. If there's anything that needs an extra stretch, sneak that in as well. So we're going to get my timer started, and we're going to be ready to rock and roll. Bring your free weights out. We're going to start with what you consider heavy for our 1 minute of squats. So bringing your weights either to the side of your body, held in the front, or up on your shoulders, however it feels comfortable. Are you ready? In your squat position, let's give it a minute of our best effort. So you don't have to be in beat with the music. You want to travel through space at your own timing. So rock and roll, keep going. How come it's not doing its thing? There we go. Okay, got a couple extra seconds on that one. How's that go? It's all right, there's squats. As you come up, you want to press through the entire foot. Contract the muscles of your legs. So quads in the front, hamstrings in the back, and glutes in the back, while maintaining excellent form. Keep going, you have 30 more seconds. So use your powerful glutes to push you up. Go as low as your body will allow you to go. Keep pushing. It's as many reps as you can for 1 full minute. You're looking good. We have 16 seconds left. Keep breathing. Yes, you can change your hand position at any time. I love it. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Moving into our next exercise, lateral lunge. Now I'm just going to work with 1 dumbbell, holding it here, but you can have 1 per hand. Set position, we're going to do 1 minute per side. Are you ready? Here we go, over to the side. So we're going as deep as you feel comfortable. Again, this is really just lower body. So if you want to add in upper body motions, that's up to you, right? We could add in a press, bicep curl, lots of things. Sink your hip down. Let's give you the side view. right? We want to push your hips back, full weight into your foot. And then if you like, you can add a balance challenge. Keep working. You've got another 15 seconds left on this side. Don't worry about the bell. That's the way. Hustle through the muscle. Feeling fantastic. So you should feel that stretch in your inner thigh as you squat down, and you did it, other side. So set it up. Move slowly and cautiously at first, and then build the energy, increase your range of motion, and work with your best effort. Continue to breathe. Check in on the posture. Fantastic, we're doing so well. How are you feeling? Remember, we can add the balance challenge in here. We're getting there. Keep going. That's okay. We have 15 more seconds left. Woo! Exercise coming up is single leg deadlifts. And you may need a chair for balance or the wall. Well done. Now I'm going to keep with my weights here. Set position, shoulders are back, abdominals are tight. If you need to, you will do both feet on the ground, alternately one toe on the floor. Hinge forward and rise. So jump in when you're ready. So this is option 1. Option 2 here. So we've got about a 15-second transition in between exercises, in case you're wondering. So again, you'll notice I'm trying to keep my back super lengthened, my shoulders pulled back and contracted. Keep going, we have 30 seconds left. And my abdominal muscles pulled in nice and tight. Again, you can go as slowly or as quickly as you wish. Keep going, focus, balance, mind on the muscles, right? Which muscles are we really targeting on this? Do you remember? Hamstrings and glutes, yes. Plus a twist of core on the side. One more. Lovely. Switching sides. So reset balance. Shoulders back, chest broad. Start with your toe on the ground. Try that first hinge. Whoop, it's a little wobbly, I know. Okay, let's go. 1 minute on the clock. Breathing in and out. Right, you're finding your focal point on the floor. You're continuing to keep your eyes on it. That means we have 45 seconds left. Allowing the leg to float up behind you, or the toe stays on the ground, right? Good, again, a strong contraction of the glutes. If you're doing this without your weights, then I'm going to suggest to you, place your hand on your bum, right where your hamstring and your glutes connect. Can you feel the contraction here? That's what you want to feel as you're pulling up. If you can't feel that, then you need to really activate those muscle groups to get them to fire. You're almost there. 2 seconds. Last one. Lovely. Relax. Okay. Pistol squat. I'm going to do this without weight because I need support with balance. But if you would like, you can hold a weight at your chest. I'm also going to use the wall here for balance. One foot is out and we're sinking. So now we are on the minute. So this is a tough one because it really requires a lot of balance and stability. I'm going to show you another trick here. Keep working. Haha. Check it out. It's a chair. So another option, woohoo, is to sit into a chair or onto a bench and then to push up. But we're still holding your one leg off the ground. The weight, if you can. So much work from your quad. Now try as you sit down not to flop into the chair, but to float. into the chair. 15 more seconds. If you need to, leave your heel on the ground. Try not to put a whole lot of weight into it though. How are you feeling? Woo, 5 seconds. And switching, we're gonna give you 15 seconds recovery. So again, option 1, we're standing, leg is extended, shoulders are back, abdominals braced, and begin. So here's option 1. So obviously I'm not going quite as far. However, you may see some ridiculously athletic people that can get their heel all the way down to their bum all the way down to their heel. Good for them, right? We will cheer for them and praise their skill and ability, but most of us don't have that function. So, working from the chair is a great option. Requires a lot of core activation just to hold your leg in space, yes? Slow and steady. Again, if you have weights, you're either going to hold them up on your shoulders, at your chest, keep going, 15 more seconds, or you're going to hold them down at your side. Woo, we have one more exercise, and we're going to use our bench for that. That's a calf raise. Last one. And up. Great. Recover. Now, if you're going to use just the floor, then we're going to stand square, lifting the heels up as high as we can. I'm going to grab my weights on this one. Come onto my bench, dangle 1 foot, shoulders back. Here we go. Lift and lower. So you can see I'm a little off center. 1 foot is fully on the bench and 1 foot is dangling. Why is that? That's so that I don't fall off the bench or flip the bench over. If you're working on your staircase or just off the floor, you don't have that concern. Keep going. We have 30 more seconds on this leg. So the one heel that's dropping back is getting a nice big stretch through your Achilles tendon and then pushing up into your calf. Hopefully it's not cramping. Keep going. We have 15 more seconds. Stay tall. Woo! There we go, one more. Yes, come on off. I'm just gonna turn and face you. And we'll do it again. Other side, other foot on, other foot dangling, shoulders back, belly pulled in. Here we go on the 15, if you can see my timer there. And I'm gonna let my knee softly bend on the leg that's fully on the bench, yes? So nice deep extension. Keep going, you have 45 seconds. Balance is key. So this is the last exercise in the first round. Now if you wanted, you can go back and do this 1 or 2 more times before you do the second round. Or you can join me in the second round now and then repeat the whole thing again from the beginning. So this is round 1 coming up to round 2. We have 10 seconds to go. How's your calf doing? You starting to feel that? Woo! Stick around. And 3, 2, 1. Wow, that I felt. Okay, gang. Quick water. Decide if you're going to do that round again, the second and or third time, or if you're going to join me for the second circuit. All right, if you're joining me for circuit 2, bring out your mat. We're going to start with a glute squeeze from hands and knees. Now again, if you have a little bit of a lift, a bench like I do, then this is really handy because you can rest your elbows on it as we do the motion. So this is exercise 1. Now again, like I said, this round are called finishing moves. It is isolating a specific muscle within our legs, and most of them are glute focused. Okay, option if you like, putting a weight in the crook of your knee to give you a little more butt contraction and a little more work. So we'll give you that as an option. You can be on your hands and knees this way or resting on your bench. Either way, we're gonna keep the core contracted. Here we go, 1 minute on the clock. So we're gonna find a neutral position with your head. What typically happens is we wanna look at our knees. That unfortunately can cause some discomfort in our neck. So we're gonna do our best to keep our eyes slightly forward. The other thing we're watching for is I'm not trying to stop the motion of my leg when my thigh is parallel to the floor. Squeezing my bum, pushing heel to the ceiling. One other thing to notice is your abdominal muscles are staying active. Remember when we were doing the deadlift, touching our butts? So you can do that here as well, so long as you don't fall over if you're not feeling the contraction in your glutes. There we go. I was gonna fall over. 2 and 1. Let's go right into the other side. Yep, you can move the weight over to the other side. Keep going, pushing through. And again, here's our other option, hands on the floor. We're gonna be soft in the elbows. Often what happens in this position is we tend to lock the elbows out, which is really hard on your elbow joints. Now, why would we prefer to be here versus on the elbows? Well, some of us have issues with our wrists, right? So the elbows takes the pressure out of the wrist. Another option though is to work on a fist. Yeah, you can. We have 15 more seconds. Squeezing your bum. Work with me, my friends. 10 more seconds. We're coming up to a bridge. So we're gonna work those glutes another round. 2, and you got it. Sit back for a brief stretch. Come down onto your back. Now here's something nice about having a stair or a bench or a stability ball for bridging. We're gonna shimmy up the back of your legs close to your bench. Relax the head down on the floor. Plant the feet, and then we're lifting your hips to the sky and then bringing them to a hover on the floor. All right, here we go. Starting on the 30-second mark. So when you hear the ding, that means you're halfway there. Now another option we could do here is add your weights sitting here on your hips. So again, here's where it's a little easier to do your touch test. Hanging on to your back end. So you want to feel the muscles in your glutes contract. Keep going, that's the 30-second mark. We're also pulling the abdominals in, and we're exhaling as we push out. Inhale down. Yes, you can go faster. Yes, you can go slower. Check your knees. They're in a straight line from your hips, and they should also be in line with your feet. How are we doing on time? 3 seconds, 2, and 1. Give them a wee hug here. Love it. Onto your side for a side leg lift. Give me some space. Okay, so you have a few options from this position. You can lie right down on your side. We'll tuck in our bottom knee. Turn your toe down so your heel is elevated, and we're gonna lift up. We're gonna wait for the bell. You could put a set of weights here on your thighs, or you could put a band around your ankles to do this. Now notice how high my leg is lifting. It's not my full range of motion. It's just what feels comfortable for me to lift. It feels comfortable in my hip. Now why do you think we did a toe pointing down? Well, turn your toe up, and what do you feel? Your quad just kicked in. So if we turn the toe down, we're now getting that work into your glute medius. Yes. So if you put your hand where your back pocket would be on your blue jeans, that's the spot we're getting. Wonderful, isn't it? 20 more seconds. Woo! Yep, she's starting to get fatigued. I can feel that girl cramping up. Keep breathing. Notice your hips are stacked, right? We're going to keep them one over top of the other. 3, 2, and 1. Switch around. Go ahead, go right into it. You can stack your weights on your hips again if you want. Bottom leg is turned down. Head can rest in your hands. Yeah. Now, if you happen to have done 2 or 3 rounds of the first set of exercises, you can probably bet that right now you do not want to lift this leg anymore. It's true. So it really depends on how you work this program as to how you're going to feel in each round. Come on. Toe down. Woo! Again, it's really actually helpful for the mind-body connection to touch the muscle group you're working. It actually sends more neurological messages from your brain to your muscle. So it's really effective. You have 10 more seconds. Oh my goodness. Woo! Hang on, hang on. There it is. Bring it in. Give her a little squeeze. Wonderful. Okay, friends. Got a little bit more to do. So I'm going to have you flip onto your back. Now with this one, if you happen to have a band, I would invite you to put your band around your ankles or around your thighs, feet up to the sky, hands under your bum, and we're just going to take the legs apart and squeeze together. Yep. Now you may feel like you need a little more support here, so we can hang on to the outside of the thighs, or we can hang on to the inside of the thighs. And I'm actually going to press against my legs so I have something to resist into. Yes? Keep going. We have 30 seconds left. Squeezing together. Woo! 15 seconds, how you doing? So you'll also notice my feet are flexed, but if you feel more comfortable with your feet pointed, that's fine. We are trying to stay with a bent knee, but if you need, or a straight knee, but if you need to bend it to feel a little more secure, that's okay. Bring it together, hug it in. Wonderful. All right, I have one more exercise for you, which works best with a slightly higher angle. And it's a modification of the bridge. It's a hip thrust. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to modify my bench so it's in the highest position. This works quite well on an exercise bench because they're quite a bit higher. So if you have that at your disposal, then you're going to work with that. So we're going to put our bench in the highest position. I'm also going to put my mat on top of my bench to support and give me some comfort in my back. So I'm going to start on the floor. And then if you want, bring your weights, place them on your hips, or you can work with a bar. So I'm going to place the bench right underneath my shoulder blades, and now pushing up. So this is a variation or an option for you instead of the bridge. So you'll see lots of people doing this one in the workout center with the bar across your hips. So it's the same action, same activity as bridging. Really awesome. Keep going. We're going to go another 30 seconds. And then I will invite you to either do the whole thing again from circuit number 1 back to circuit 2, or repeat this circuit 1 or 2 more times. Let's give us 3 more. 2 and 1. Come on down. Fantastic. All right. Before we go into a few stretches, I want to show you a few other modifications for some of the exercises. so that you can tweak it and make it a slightly different workout each round if you want. So for our squats, going back to round 1, and let me turn off my timer. So if we were going back to round 1, we did a regular squat with the feet centered, right? We had our weights here or here or here, wherever we had them, and we squatted down. Perfect, keep that. If you want, try going with a wider foot position and rotating the feet out on round 2. The extra rotation gives us a little more concentration on the inner thighs as well as the glutes, plus a little more core activation. The body can stay in a more vertical position when we have our feet rotated out. So that's my one suggestion for you. And then another suggestion is to bring the legs in narrow. So now we've got a little bit more work to do on balance. So again, with weights in any of the positions that we had before, coming down and squeezing, going as low as you can. So those are 3 different options. So you can do the regular squat round 1, wider squat round 2, and then narrow squat round 3 if you like. Let's go now to the lateral lunge. That was this one that we did, right? So let's say we wanted to add some core to this. We're going to bring in a medicine ball, a weight, a kettlebell, something to that effect. And as we step to the side, we're going to extend and then pull back in. So it's like you're pushing and passing out to the side. So that's going to get more recruitment of the core. You're also going to have to work harder to push yourself back out because you've got your body weight extended. Okay? So that's an option for you for your second round. For your third round, I'll invite you to add in the balance challenge. So again, with your weight or your medicine ball, we're going to step out, add balance, and if you wish, add in the extension overhead. Again, only if you want to add in the upper body. This is going to increase your heart rate and give you a higher calorie burn. So of course you're going to do that right side as well as left side. Okay, single leg deadlift. For this one, if you struggled on balance, please use the wall, absolutely, or a chair or something to give you some support. Hips are stable. So option 1, as I mentioned before, is to leave your feet on the ground and do it as just a hip hinge. Okay? You're still going to get the benefit. You're just not going to have to worry about the balance piece. If you're comfortable, hang on to the chair, weight if you want, right in front, hinge, and lift. Okay, so those are some options for those of you that are having some challenges with balance. For those of you that are a little bit more advanced, the balance piece is spot on. Here's another option for you, whether you're holding weights at your side or elsewhere. I'll give you the side view. We're going to hip hinge as usual, single leg deadlift, and then come through into balance. Push through. So you're going to get less repetitions done, but we're going to start activating a little bit more of the core in the front side of the body. So rectus abdominis, kind of getting that lower half as well as your hip flexor. So that's a great one to add in, say, for round 3. Yes? Okay, calf raises. Oh, the pistol squat. And I kind of went through our options there. If you're doing this at the Y and have access to a TRX, get that TRX set up above you. You'll be able to really sink down low with the handles here. Go as low as you can. Use the handles to help pull you up. Otherwise, as I mentioned in the actual workout, use a chair to sit on or a bench so you can go as deep as your knee and your hip will allow. Last one was a calf raise. So working from the floor, feet square, up as high as you can onto the tiptoes, right? And we just kind of went with our own body timing. But another option for you, if you really want to burn out your calves, is to pulse them, right? So a little bit smaller motion and quite a bit faster. Weights at the side, on your shoulders or at your chest. Again, if you need something to hang on for balance, then definitely work that in. Okay, Round 2 options, the glute lift. We did this one from hands and knees. Right? The option was to put your weight in the crook of the knee as you lift. So good. You feel that straight away into the glute max. Now, if you like, you can do that one for round 1. Round 2, small modification is going out to the side. So this becomes more glute medius, but it gives you a little bit of different hit through your hips and your pelvis, especially if you're getting really tired, because we also have bridges, which is the same movement pattern and the same muscle group. So if you would like, just for a little bit of different development of the buttocks muscles, go with the old school fire hydrant with the side leg. Finally, another option without your weight, and I'll give you a better side view here, is to extend the legs straight out, brace through your abdominals, and lift. So another way to work this one is with a band around your ankles. So you're going with a straight leg. You're going to get a nice stretch in your hip. All the same cueing points with the core activation. Sound good? Okay, bridging, and I gave you a few ideas with bridge. So what we had done was having the feet up on the bench. So if you don't have a bench, feet on the ground, we'll pull them in nice and close. Still the same movement, okay? So that's a great option whether your feet are on the floor or on the bench. Option 2 for you, rest your foot on your knee for a little bit easier, or hold the leg in space, and now you're going to push your foot up. So this is a little bit harder to hold and stabilize your hips, plus you're working one glute at a time. So you'll actually end up adding an extra minute because you have to do one on the right and one on the left. Or you do it 3 rounds. You do one with both feet on the ground, one with right leg up, one with left leg up. Sound good? Okay. Side leg. There's so many ways to vary your side leg movements. So we did the typical with the knee bent, toe down, lifting and lowering. Keep that. It's fantastic. Another option is clam shells. So you're going to match your feet together. And then again, you can press against your thighs as we lift and lower. Still targeting your glute medius and glute max. More glute medius. And then the other thing we want to watch for on this one is that we're only lifting to the point that our hip stays in place. Oftentimes we'll see people rocking back, and that's going to defeat the purpose. So we only want to go to what's comfortable. Okay, and here's a third option for you. So we're going to extend the bottom leg, pick up your top, go from the front of the mat, slightly on angle back. And this one can be done with a band around your ankles again, or just resistance against gravity. How does that feel? Okay. And lastly, we were on our backs with the legs going out and in. So I've mentioned while we were in action, option 1 with the knees bent, right? Option 2 here. And then if you wish, option with a band around your ankles, right leg, left leg. So this one takes a lot of mental concentration, plus your core is really going to work to help stabilize your hips and keep your leg in space. Okay, those are my tips and tricks for you. So let's go into a few stretches, shall we? So one of my favorites, crossing your leg over, sit up tall and hug your knee in. So we want to make sure both of your sit bones are flat on the ground. Lift your chest up nice and tall, drop your shoulders down, hug your knee in close. So we should get a fantastic stretch here in your glutes and hamstrings, yes? We'll do the same thing, other side. So don't neglect your stretching. Your flexibility and your mobility, just like your bone density and your muscle density, wane with lack of use and age. So if you don't practice stretching and flexibility, you will lose it. And you think, well, what do I need to be flexible for? Well, check back with me when you're 90 and you'll know exactly why. Right? If our muscles aren't mobile, fluid, and soft and supple, we have a lot harder time doing the activities of daily life. So here we're going to stack our feet, one on the other. Take a breath in and sit up, and then a gentle forward flexion. And if you can, just pull your toe back. Hello, calves. Yes, and we're going to keep a soft knee on the top leg. You also may feel this into your lower back. Okay, let's give it a shot on the other side. Stack, stack, lift, hinge, and then if you want, pull your toe back a little farther. Don't worry if you can't reach your toe, right? That's not really important. If you have a yoga strap or a band, you can place it around there and then hang on from that point. Okay, quad stretch. Onto your side, pulling your heel to your bum. Okay, so the stretch is down the front of the leg from your hip flexor where it inserts into your hips, and then you're pulling your heel into your bum. Now if you want to make it harder without shifting your pelvis or your hip, just draw your leg back. If this feels good, stay there. Another option for those of you with robust knees, and what I mean by that is you've never had a knee injury, you don't have replacements, you can leave the foot on the floor and gently lean back. Okay, again, only for those of you with knees that are in tip-top shape. Let's move around, quad stretch. And as usual, I have to say this, please try to incorporate at least a 30-minute stretching session once per week. Better yet, attend a yoga class that you don't have to think about what to do or how to do it. It's guided, you know exactly what to do. And then your instructor as well can give you options for anything that doesn't feel right for you. So great. Okay, hands and knees, cat stretch, recover the spine to neutral. Good, and how about a down dog? So grip with your toes. If you're using a mat like I am, make sure your feet and your hands are on the mat. Butt up to the air. And go ahead through your calves, yeah? So this is called walking the dog. And then press both heels as far back as they'll go. Take your time coming on down. And friends, that's what I've got for you today for our lower body blast circuit. My suggestion to you is to match that with my upper body circuit, and you can alternate them between your days, or you can do one at the beginning of the week and one at the end of the week. Thanks so much. Questions? Do comment. We'd love to know what you would like to see in the future. So if you have a fitness request, a class style that you'd like to see, please send us a message, and our team of live instructors would be happy to get that out there for you. Take care, be well, and we can't wait to see you for our next class.